titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
You fucking mark!
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
That's right. Dr. Huge is back once again with Reezy in the house. King Reezy. Spooky Suplex on X, of course. We're here to talk about Raw tonight. The biggest Raw, the most glamorous, glorious Raw that we've probably ever seen. I think it's in a stadium, right, Reezy?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know what stadium they're in. I don't remember. But today is their debut on Netflix.
Huge. So we got a lot to talk about. Tonight's card.
Nice match card, too.
Yep. It's going to be a good one. I heard this is going 3.5 hours.
I don't know about 3.5 hours, but I do know when they asked Triple H about time slots, he said there isn't one. There isn't a time limit on how long they can go. He said they can go 3.5 hours, sometimes even 4 hours if they wanted to.
I want Goldberg's. I want. Holy shit!
I think that's great for them.
Yeah, good for you guys. Maybe not so much for us. But before we get into all this stuff, look, I have an album out, everybody. I make music. Go check it out. I do all kinds of things. If you got a Spotify, why not? It's free. And then what else we got to talk about here? I got a new YouTube channel coming with clips. It will be totally censored. So now you can actually show this stuff to your children, maybe. In the meantime, I'll have, this live channel uncensored. Because, here and there, I'm going to have to be taking some of these lives off. Because the YouTubes come at me, the TikToks, the X's. I'm live on all the stuff. And we're killing it right now. Look at that, 3.5. That's right. That's what I read, too. But, fake news is out there, Sleaze. Sleaze is in the house. Tripp said it in his own words that it's going to be 3.5. That's pretty long for even for the first biggest Raw ever.
Definitely. I mean, I think this is probably going to be the biggest Raw in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how they're going to do subscriber-wise up front. Or how can you pull people in if you're not going to pull them in with this initial night, right? So that's why the marketing's been crazy for this. They're trying to get everybody to subscribe to Netflix. I already had it. I was going to get rid of it. I usually get it for like a couple months, watch Cobra Kai, and then I get rid of it. But them Cobra Kais, man, they really shit the bed the past couple seasons. I'm still watching it though. I'm waiting for my last.
I haven't seen the last couple. I haven't seen the new season at all. So the new. Yeah, I hear. So I'm interested in that, but I feel like with WWE Raw on Netflix, this is a way of Netflix keeping subscribers because WWE doesn't have an off season, so people are going to keep Netflix to watch Monday Night Raw, and also the library's going on there. Yeah, so that's a win-win for Netflix right there.
Unless it sucks tonight, right? A guy that's been getting WWE Network ever since it was $9.99. I'm just going to go, you know what? Tonight's Raw sucks, so I'm just going to cancel after tonight. So they really can't do anything wrong.
I think one thing with wrestling fans that we've learned over the years, even when the product is bad, they're still going to support just to complain on social media.
Yes. And that's what everybody should do here too as well. I mean, we need all the likes and subscribes and shares we can get at this time. Please like, please get on the YouTube. If you're on X right now, go over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. It's going to be the archive channel. I'm going to bring back all the old shows with the Sleaze and Y2 Just Incredible without the E and many others, the Thunder Rosa interviews.
You still have those?
Oh, I still have them. I just put them on private for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm waiting to build this audience back up. Not a lot of people were trying to look at the old stuff anyway, because they're like, who's Dr. Huge anyway? You can't take a week off, never mind 5 years. So I decided to take
5 years ago, we were a thing on Periscope. We were doing pretty well.
We were a thing everywhere.
Yeah, we were really good.
We knew about us. That's why, of course, we were talking before this, and you're going to take this super serial now, aren't you?
Yeah, the conversation. Well, we can have this conversation. The conversation we're having is that, I want this to be more than a pod that we do on our off time just for fun. And, and like for me, one thing with me is one thing I need to work on, of course, my stream and everything. But one thing with me is that this was something, when I started this, I looked at this as something I did on my off time, on my downtime when I'm not at work, something for fun. And I want this to be more than fun. I actually want to put in the work now to make this podcast where it was before, if not bigger.
Oh, it's going to be bigger than before.
Yeah. And I think we can do that, definitely. So I'm going to be a lot more serious going forward. And we already got Sleaze. Can't wait till he return. We got Danny Damage.
We're building the gang back up. Yep.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get it Y2 Just Incredible as a guest. I haven't seen that guy in a long time.
Yep. He's got babies now and stuff, apparently. Yeah. So, he's going to be sick a lot. That cooties is out there, and babies have cooties.
Oh, yeah.
It's one thing I know about babies. They're gross.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is my baby. The show and talking about
this is your baby. This is your baby.
My baby.
So it always has been.
Zero cooties.
Man, you're my OG. You're my OG followers, man.
So yeah, we're all taking it super serial. Like I said, we're promoting things now. We got things going on. We're getting extra channels. Hey, maybe someday we'll have people out there clipping for us. Clipping us looking stupid or looking great. Who cares? Clip us. Put us out there. I love all the negative and positive attention. Been loving it.
Merch would definitely help with that too. Merch would definitely help with that.
Yep. Teespring. Go to Teespring. I have the logo shirts up right now and sweatshirts and whatever. Maybe I got some underwear up there, cock rings. Dr.
What would I don't know if you can. I think you can. If you could and I'll look it up too. But we can have links, like when we're live, just links on our page that people could click on while we're live. You know what I'm saying, right?
You mean on X?
Yeah, like when you're live, period. Like when you're live right now on the restream, on your restream while you're live, there are like links, like little icons on how to get to your merch. And
oh yeah. I looked into that. Yeah, we only do that because nobody's liking or subscribing or sharing out here.
There you go. People could just click on it and it would just bring them right to the t-shirt thing, so they don't have to type it in.
You're making my blood pressure. You always do this to me, Reezy. I'm now thinking about it. I'm like, if everybody out here subscribed that watches, then I could put links up to stores. I could put up, all this poor shit.
We're gonna get some subscribers.
We're gonna do it. This is our year, because it has to be our year. Because like I pointed out on the Expert Show on Saturday, 2026 is going to be AI. Everything's AI now. The music, the commercials, even their notes. My notes aren't AI. I have real notes. Taking time.
Maybe we can get some. Maybe I could. I know a couple indie wrestlers. When I go to some shows, I could run into and have them come in, introduce themselves, and
it's revenge.
You know what I mean? To the crowd, especially us, and promote the podcast a little bit.
Yeah, we're killing it this year. We're
killing it.
We're gonna defeat the Terminators when they send them at us, metaphorically speaking, through podcasts and everything else with their fake podcasts, literally fake podcasts, fake everything. This is all real, 100%. Dr. Huge and the Reezy and the Sleaze and whoever else is crazy enough to show up on the show. Which, by the way, here's a little forward promotion as well. Before we get into this, because we are getting into this Raw tonight and everything else, but we got to pump ourselves up. No, none of you guys are doing it. So next Thursday, or this Thursday rather, PWP Jay Leto coming back. Look, we got people in the house. I know this guy. NJ Razor. He just subbed today, bro. It's happening. We're doing it now, finally. Thank you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sasha Reigns. Been down since day one was Ish. We're yeeting out here. Well, fuck
Sasha Reigns is back in the day, though, right?
She was the Sasha Banks correspondent. Yep.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't? No, she was. Yep. The Sleaze, of course. Well, that's dumb, Sasha. What did Sasha Reigns say? Now we're going backwards in the chat. Sleaze, it's commercials and anyone besides outside of us. Exactly. She's the correspondent, Sleaze. I wouldn't fucking go against her. She's one of the best in the world at what she does. And before, I just want to keep all my samples fresh in my mind. Nobody has more samples than Dr. Huge anywhere in the internet. Nobody has better samples than Dr. Huge anywhere in the internet. We're the best. And if we want to be even better and take sips of, if you have a beverage you want to drink right now, Reezy, here's the time to do it because we're the best in the world.
We're the best in the world, man.
Thank you. So reinforcing. When I wake up in the morning, I usually play that in front of the mirror a few dozen times while I'm shaving. And I'm like, yep, now I believe it because, I brainwashed myself. Anyway, so now that we've gotten how awesome we are out of the way and how everybody needs to like and share, subscribe for life, brother, we can talk about tonight's show, the biggest show, the greatest show ever in sports entertainment history. And one guy that's slated to be there is this guy. Well, that's the Miz technically, but that's John Cena really, in my world.
John Cena recognized.
John Cena recognized. We're going to see him tonight. He's going to be out there. I don't expect he'll be eating babies as I usually report on.
I propose you
That's
stop
what they
rule
say.
number 11 of John Cena's house rules and take your feet off the furniture.
Yep, he doesn't like feet on the furniture. He don't like anything when he's in baby eating mode. But tonight, he won't be in baby eating mode. He'll be in pro wrestling mode, hamming it up for everybody. What do you expect for this John Cena, and his farewell tour?
I think right now, it's a great idea to give him a farewell tour. The question is, what stories and what matches are we going to get from this? Because if this is his last run and he's really done, there's some stuff people would like to see. There's stuff people don't want to see. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to see what they bring to the table.
Reezy, who would you like to face off against John Cena or not like to face off against him?
I would not mind seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing Cena and Roman again. I wouldn't mind seeing Cena and Gunther. I wouldn't mind seeing Cena, Randy,
and 12 babies.
Oh yeah.
So he could eat
maybe Cena and Randy one more time. It's been years since we've seen that. So, I mean, it all depends on what the story is going to be for me.
True. Well, you know what we can't have. Everybody watching right now, you know who we can't have. The GOAT, supposedly. I've been saying it for the past year, so it has to be true. If WWE says it is true, and John Cena's the GOAT, and you're going to put him up against Logan Paul, bro?
Nah, I don't want to see that.
At any point during this farewell tour, you put him up against Logan. There's not a lot of time. In the way WWE does their stories and things, it's too long-term storyline. John Cena only has a year. Let's keep Logan Paul out of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Reason.
You know, I was just gonna say the whole Logan Paul thing. Now, I would rather see Logan Paul. I think what it is with Logan Paul, I'd like to see him against somebody else, not Cena. I think Logan Paul has been a heel too long. I'm trying to make this make sense. I think if they made Logan Paul a babyface, they focus on making Logan Paul a babyface and probably putting him against somebody that is going to make him look good, where the fans are going to like him. Because right now, Logan Paul, I mean, he's been unable to win a clean match, if I'm not mistaken. Has he won a clean match?
He's always using the knucks.
Yeah. So I mean, they got if they want to make this guy look strong and people to like him, they gotta start having him win clean matches. And that's my thing with Logan.
Mm-hmm.
But overall,
Nasty Neil he's got a point here. You know Nasty Neil, don't you?
Nasty Leroy, yeah, I know that guy.
Or is it Nasty Leroy? Never mind, not Nasty Neil. I thought it was that's Nasty Leroy.
I know that
Nasties in my life.
I know that stranger, Nasty Leroy. That's a good guy right there. I'm just playing with him. That's a good guy right there. Good guy.
Sorry.
Wrestler, by the way. Indie wrestler, by the way. He's a wrestler, by the way.
Nice. I'm sure he's killing it out there.
He can't beat me, Leroy. He can't beat me, but he's a good wrestler. I'm just
calling you out.
He knows I got a joke with him. He knows I have to joke with him.
But yeah,
but he can't beat me.
I'm good with pretty much anything they do with him. Keep him away from the bloodline story. Keep him away from Logan Paul. And I'm fine with it. Have him fight Priest 1 month and Gunther, and like you said, it's almost like a month-to-month thing. Like then the next guy shows up and is like, "Now I'm gonna take you on." You know what I mean? I would like it more like that. Have him work with a ton of guys, but because
have him work with a ton of guys, man. You know, I'll have him work with some guys on the card that they're not using as much, just to start them off.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So Cena, we're expecting him tonight. Another guy we're going to see. The Rock.
Yes.
Look at him. So fashionable. Yeah, there you go. Let's make him a little smaller. That's just too much. Too much The Rock for all of us. Blue leather jacket, man. He's so cool. Them big chunky shoes, just like the Damage Control wear. So cool. Yep. But The Rock's coming back. People are worried. There's a conspiracy theory out there that this is Paul Heyman's going to turn. They've been doing the same type of hand gestures. Close to the 4 horsemen, but missing one. And maybe that extra other one is Paul Heyman, right? Or something. And Paul Heyman, The Rock, and Solo Sikoa, possibly. My thing is, how could Paul Heyman turn if Solo's going to join The Rock, right? And they're kind of like, The Rock's the real tribal chief behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But Solo Sikoa and his gang put Paul Heyman through a table.
Right.
They're going to have to really make sense of that, because that doesn't make any sense. They just beat you up, bro. You know?
I don't think he would join them. Here's my vision. I think The Rock will cause Roman a match, and they would try to force Paul to acknowledge Solo.
And
he will kind of be forced to join them. But remember, he made a deal with CM Punk that nobody knows about.
Oh shit.
So Solo doesn't know about that. So if he joins Solo, he can finally be like, "Oh, but I made this deal with Punk, so now it's kind of a swerve." You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Swerve, he goes over with Punk. So it could be that, but at the same time, you know, The Rock has been calling himself the higher chief lately. He's been calling himself the higher chief. So apparently there's a higher chief and there's a tribal chief. So this is going to be very interesting when this goes down. This is going to be very interesting. But I see The Rock coming out, causing Roman a match, and Solo forcing Heyman to acknowledge him, which later on was swerved.
So The Rock is like the higher chief. He's better than everything that's happened in the past 4 years. He comes out with his fake title that he didn't beat anybody for. He just told us through the media outlets the past couple of months that, oh man, that WrestleMania run, that was so tough and it was so hard to get in shape to do this and blah, blah, blah. But now you're the best. You're the best in the world right now already. You're better than Roman Reigns in the first bloodline, the second bloodline. And all. Like, that's hard for me to swallow here. That's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now, I think the whole bloodline storyline has been killing it. But I do think that there needs to be some type of
higher.
How do I explain this? Roman and Solo, this is gonna have to end somehow.
Mm-hmm. But death. I think one of them should die tonight. What do you think about that?
Death.
Just
if somebody's gonna die, it's gonna be Roman. I think Roman's gonna be. I think Roman's gonna be winning, and Rock's gonna come out and stop him. Because at the end of the day, if you go back to the beginning, the fans originally voted Solo to be the tribal chief. They wanted Solo to be the tribal chief because anytime Roman would shoot a promo, they would chant Solo's name.
So you want Roman Reigns to die tonight?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I acknowledge Solo. I acknowledge Solo.
I've been acknowledging Solo as well for months because he's got the.
We acknowledge Solo.
He's been the tribal chief. He beat John Cena. He beat Roman Reigns a dozen times. Sure, he lost in group matches, but tonight's not a group match. This is, again, Solo versus Roman Reigns. And I don't know if you've been paying attention the past year or two, everybody, but Solo Sikoa is fucking everybody up. Yeah, and so they've been pumping him up. He's strong. That's how this works.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can confirm that this podcast acknowledges Solo.
It's 100% we do. And Roman Reigns is going to die tonight. And then the Bloodline 2, in tradition, this isn't my opinion. This is a fact. Kevin Sullivan told me over the phone one night when we were hamming it up with each other. And he said, listen, these Samoans only like 100 years ago were eating each other. So Roman Reigns is going to get barbecued. They would like to eat Paul Heyman, I'm sure, too. Maybe he doesn't taste as good, but he sure has gotten himself ready to be eaten by the Samoans, if you know what I mean.
He's fat.
Yep. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just saying this is how I know Solo Sikoa is the real tribal chief. And that's why it's even more ridiculous that The Rock, you know, number one guy in Hollywood, probably eating babies with John Cena at this point, you know, he would probably partake and eat Roman Reigns too after tonight. And you know what? It's not probable anymore. We're making this fact now, Reezy.
Mm-hmm.
They like to do this to me. The man, it gets at me, shuts my whole deal off, and I have to like orchestrate back in the business here. But we're back. I'm live. I know I was talking about John Cena and The Rock eating babies. I won't talk about it anymore, YouTube TOS. Okay, sorry. By the way, get on YouTube and like the video. Do it.
You know, another match that's happening tonight is Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre, is it?
Yep, that's a match that's happening. Probably the first match, if I'm guessing correctly.
Oh yeah. I don't see this going Sami Zayn's way.
Never. It should never go Sami Zayn's way.
I don't see this going his way. Yeah, I don't see this going his way.
Barely has chest hair. Drew McIntyre has chest hair. He's a full-grown man. Sami Zayn, of course, he's going to punk the Carmelo Hayeses of the world backstage, the rookies and all this. You need to get back into that business because messing with top guys, especially top guys, as we've talked about on Saturday, extra top guys like Drew McIntyre, stay out of that world, Sami Zayn. Get out of my WWE, go back to AEW or go to AEW. Just go.
I wouldn't. But you know what? I like Sammy. I just think that Sami Zayn has just had a lot of bad luck.
Uh-huh. You know what? Most of that bad luck is Kevin Owens, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens. That's another story. Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn is gonna have this match won.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have it won, and something's going to happen to cause him to lose. Because at the end of the day, Drew McIntyre is a smart guy. Yep. He's a smart guy. He's going in there with a strategy. Sami Zayn's not going in there with a strategy. He's going in there out of anger and revenge. And you can't do that.
Wait, tonight's not Sami Zayn, McIntyre.
Is it?
It's Sami Zayn, Jey Uso.
Sami Zayn? No.
It's Jey Uso tonight.
Jey. Okay, forgive me, people. Forgive me. I was totally wrong. So
they can't have Sami lose again. That's why Sami's involved with Carmelo Hayes now.
Right. So it's Jey Uso and Drew, right?
Jey Uso and Drew, yes.
Okay, I see that. Okay. Well, the same thing for Jey. I mean, it just depends. Right now, so it just depends. But yeah, forgive me for that, people. I got the match totally wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. But Jey Uso is going to come out there, and he's going to take on this Drew McIntyre because
that's going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, Drew snuck him. Snuck his brother. Snuck Sami Zayn. All of them. He's been going, and he said, I'm taking them out one by one. But to me, taking them out means like they're off my screen. Yeah. You know, like they're gone. But these guys, he sneak attacks them, and then they come back the next week. And he tried to sneak attack Seth Rollins as well. But then, that was blocked by Sami Zayn and all that stuff. I know all this stuff. I remember.
It's going to be a lot of interference because you got to understand, everybody's there from Solo in the Bloodline. Kevin Owens is there. A lot of people that don't like Jey. There.
No yeet.
Yeah, they're no yeet. I'm full yeet now. I'm with the kids.
Yeet.
Subscribe, children.
Yeet.
I'm on your side. I say yeet all the time. I wear yeet clothing. I got John Cena.
Who you got winning though? Jey Uso or Drew McIntyre?
Drew McIntyre's beating everybody, bro. Yeah. See,
I'm with Drew too.
Jey Uso is the Sami Zayn of Usos.
Yeet.
Get it? Like out of all them Usos that are there, he's a top mid-card guy. So he's technically not main event Jey Uso. He's merch table Jey Uso.
Yeet.
The big difference between main event and merch table, okay? You may sell a lot, but that doesn't mean people are really buying your in-ring work, even if it's good, because you're still kind of playing second fiddle to now Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. You're not even the top Samoan guy in the company. Well, what are we doing here? Right? Why am I trying to yeet and all this stuff? I should be wearing my OTC shirt for tonight, but this one's the most freshest. I mean, I'll give you that. Because your merch table, Jey Uso.
Yeah.
No one wants to see Hulk Hogan either. Nobody.
No. I mean, right now, Jey Uso has to be one of the top merch sellers. Like, they love that guy. He is one of the top merch sellers. As far as Hogan goes, nobody wants to see Hogan. They can partner and sell his beer or whatever crap he wants to sell. He's going to get booed when he goes out there.
You think he'll get booed?
I think he's going to get booed. If he doesn't get booed, I don't know, man. That's going to be crazy if Hogan doesn't get booed.
We're back. It's Trump country, bro, again.
Yeah.
Right? You know me. I'm so above all politics. That's why I can talk about it. But I understand people have their teams and things. But it's Trump time, bro. And look at this Hogan guy over here. Hold on. Let me move my little logo. Look at him. He's having a great old time for himself. And maybe he's going to have some of his beers tonight. You know, get with some of the boys backstage. And
if you actually think that I was just the right guy.
Wow, what, Hulk?
Let me say it one more time so you completely understand.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
If you actually think that I was just the right gay guy.
All right. Maybe you were the right gay guy. I don't know. Maybe you are. So either way, of course, Hulk Hogan forever over with me because I started watching wrestling in the 80s and say the N-word all you want. F all the radio hosts' wife that you want, Hulk Hogan. I mean, the Hulk Hogan, the man Terry Bollea with the 8-inch penis is not Hulk Hogan with the 12-inch penis. Different, it's different. And I compartmentalize those things in my mind. And therefore, I'm Hulkamania for life, dude. I'm running wild. That's why I've been killing it. Otherwise, why would I have this, brother? This is one of the top brothers out there.
I'm more of a Rick guy. I'm a Ric Flair guy. I'm a Ric Flair guy. Never liked Hogan. Never liked Hogan.
No, not even against Zeus and No Holds Barred.
No, never liked. Well, actually, I take that back. As a kid, I believe I was. It's a little far back. I believe I was a Hogan fan as a kid. But once I got older, probably once like the year 2000, 99, 2000, I think I grew out of them. Yeah. But I was always a Rick guy first. I was always a Ric Flair guy first.
It's because he does the helicopter deal naked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got woos around here. That's right. Here comes Rick. Helicopter in the penis on the plane ride from hell. Woo! Watch out, everybody.
Woo! But I'll say this, though. I mean, there's talks of them bringing a lot of old legends back for some cameos and stuff. Like they got Goldberg. There's Goldberg, they said, will be on the 3rd episode.
Wow. Goldberg taking on Gunther probably, right, this year?
Probably. I don't think it's a good idea. I would put Goldberg against somebody that won't look bad to him.
Which is nobody, right? Remember when he took on one of the greatest... Oh, calm down, Goldberg fans. They're still going. Can you believe this? Shut up, Goldberg people. They're taking us over. I'm gonna manually shut that off because I didn't realize it was that long.
I would feed him somebody like Austin Theory or like or something.
You don't want a squash match with Gunther? No.
Oh gosh, no. Gunther. We love Gunther. We want to protect Gunther. So
true that. But the Undertaker, he was all like, "Rest in peace, bro."
Rest in peace.
In Saudi Arabia. And we all saw that look at the end of the match. He was not happy about Goldberg knocking himself silly before going out there into 120-degree weather, fighting another older gentleman who probably had, better dance moves at this point. And Goldberg just was stiff and stupid and, just made that one of the worst matches of all time. And then again, right off the top of my head, I'm thinking, has he been in bad matches like that before? Yup. Anybody remember Goldberg and Lesnar? That was the ultimate shits.
It's the shits.
So when people are trying to get Goldberg back, it's such an image thing. I'm not like this Graps guy that needs like these perfect matches and 5-star everythings. But I mean, when you're the shits in the ring, it's almost like you got this major buildup, right? Oh, you're putting Goldberg over Huge or whoever, and then they get in there and they just stink up the place.
It's the shits.
It's really like, wow. It's a bummer, to say the least. So Goldberg, I feel like he's coming back too, of course, to take on Gunther. We've all seen this. He's talked about it on college football. Gunther has brought him up.
Yeah.
But I don't need it. Yep. So, yep. McIntyre, Jey Uso, we already solved all that. Punk and Rollins is another one that's happening tonight.
Punk and Rollins. So this one I'm really interested in. I'm really interested in this. I think Punk's going to win. Rollins has a lot more to lose than Punk.
Definitely. Because he's already lost 3 times to Cody. Then he helps Cody get over on the bloodline. And then Rollins has been what ever since WrestleMania? and coming back.
Yeah, because I mean, Punk's always going to be CM Punk. Rollins, the beef he has with CM Punk as far as personal and kayfabe, and he's taken a lot of losses as of late too. Like you said, he has to back up what he's saying. So if Rollins loses, you know, this is as a character is going to make him look bad.
It can't happen.
Yeah.
Yep. CM Punk has gotten over on Drew McIntyre. Who knows? This is probably another match that will end in a draw and will go closer to, another match in WrestleMania or what have you.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to win. I think it's either going to be a draw or DQ.
Yep. It's going to happen a lot tonight because, this is a Raw. It's not a Royal Rumble or anything else, even though they're setting it up to be one. But there's so much more story to be had. And in a lot of these instances, and this is definitely one of them, like it's not going to be solved tonight.
Oh, yeah. I can see some special entrances tonight.
Who are you thinking?
That's a good question. Maybe by CM Punk. Maybe CM Punk gets a special entrance.
Okay.
CM Punk or
gets a whole Pepsi themed entrance.
Yeah, you never know.
Doing that.
You never know.
Yep. You never know.
We also got Kevin Owens tonight. Who is Kevin Owens facing again?
Kevin Owens is facing Cody Rhodes.
He's facing Cody.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is another one that, because they just had a match at Main Event. So I'm thinking this match will possibly end in either DQ.
Mm-hmm.
You probably end in DQ because they're not going to put the belt on Owens, but they also don't want Owens to look bad.
Yeah. I sense a lot of this tonight. There's been so much neck rubbing. Just come out in the neck brace.
Usually I can predict this type of stuff, but this Netflix, I don't know. It's kind of hard to predict because there's a lot of big matches on this card. And in the past, usually when WWE does big matches, it's usually DQs on the main show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But when it comes to pay-per-views, they'll just go all the way through with the.
True that. Like I said, nothing's really gonna get finished tonight. This should lead us into the Royal Rumble, big matches.
Royal Rumble in Saudi.
Royal Rumble, yeah. What's up with that? They're gonna have Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and they announced it as if people weren't gonna be pissed off at that, but they announced it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say this. Let me throw this out there. I understand why they did Royal Rumble in Saudi because it brings the money. Saudi brings the money. WWE makes most of their money overseas. So therefore, they're going to go overseas to make more money, which to me, I think in the future, they're going to alienate their fans in America and do more shows overseas, which is going to suck. Not necessarily for them, but for us. I just think Royal Rumble wasn't the right pay-per-view to do in Saudi. I think they could have did a SummerSlam or Survivor Series in Saudi. Because Royal Rumble is one of those matches where, it just looks better in the States. Especially with
the greatest Royal Rumble there. Remember the greatest Royal Rumble?
Yeah, that was pretty. That was.
Braun Strowman won.
Oh, yeah. We like to forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's your favorite Canadian wrestler? If it's not Kevin Owens, who is it? It's obvious to everybody out there who knows Dr. Huge at all and the Dr. Huge show from back in the day. The greatest Canadian wrestler, in my expert opinion. And of course, this isn't just in ring. This isn't just promo. This is the whole package. It's the new wave.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Maybe not this version, but old school Jericho. To me, when I first saw Jericho, I was 16 years old. I'm watching WCW. He was in the cruiserweight thing or whatever. He was goofing on Goldberg. He was bringing dwarfs out and putting them in the Lion Tamer. Not that modified. What do you call it there? It's escaping me now. Doesn't matter. Anyway, he's doing all these great gimmicks. Has the security. When I think on Jericho, he has the rock star hair. He was coming from Japan. He was the man, and people weren't really hip to Jericho like that, right? Until he got into the WWE. But to me, WCW Jericho, that was one of my favorite guys from WCW, and then going on from there. He's been great. He's of course had some bumps in the road and things, but of course that's going to happen to any wrestler. It's going to stick around this long. So shout out to you.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Let's have a little bit of the bubbly.
Well, my favorite Canadian wrestler, I don't want to be wrong here. I'm going to say it was Bret Hart. I might change that, but I believe it was Bret Hart.
That's going to be most people's. I understand.
But speaking of Jericho, as a kid, when I would go to wrestling events, I went to a WCW Nitro, and it was Jericho versus Dean Malenko, I believe it was.
You like the Iceman?
You know, Iceman. The Iceman, Dean Malenko. Yeah, that guy. That guy today, I tell people, Dean Malenko, if Dean Malenko were to debut today, he'd be Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah. Yep, 100%.
People would love him. It's just that back then, the era he was in, it just wasn't for him.
No. I have one last note on this Rollins Punk thing from tonight. And as people pointed out in the chat, of course, we just glossed over Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. That's for a, what was it? Let's put it up here again. Oh, the helicopter. We're talking about the helicopter. Where is it? Maybe I already.
You know I'm a Rick fan. I've always told people that Rick, when it comes to all-time favorite wrestlers, Rick is my number one guy.
Yeah, aren't they having some kind of special match, Cody and Kevin Owens?
I think so. I think
a ladder match, right?
It might be.
Yeah, it was something random though. Like I totally forgot.
I think what would be a great swerve is for KO to win. That will throw people off.
Definitely.
It would get over. It'll work.
Yep. People wanted it Saturday night main event. Of course, it didn't happen. But yeah, something huge is going to happen. There's going to be a major title change. And I don't think it will just be The Rock coming out. Like, because we already are kind of hip to it. And you know, WWE, especially these days, they love to change course last second because they're good like that now. They're like, oh, everybody now thinks we're going to do this. And we are going to do this because we've been planning it for a week. But all we have to do is just make this one little adjustment and it will totally swerve the crowd. I'm here for it. That's why I watch this stuff. I'm not out here looking for dirt sheets or whatever. I make my own dirt sheets with my guests that come on. You know, I can speculate just as good as anybody else, you know? And then Cope comes out, right? Cope. The fuck? That's so, it just almost makes me feel bad for Edge.
Well, here's my thing, you know.
Edge.
It's tough because it's when you leave WWE, a lot of times they own that property. So I get it. I just think Cope was not a good move for a name change. I get why he wanted to leave the Adam alone because there's too many. He said there's too many guys named Adam. Well, you know, sadly, Edge spent most of his life in WWE. So no matter where he goes, he will always be Edge.
It's crazy. That's just a crazy ass name. Like, how out of touch can you be to want to call yourself Cope? And then the other night, the crowd's chanting Cope, and I was laughing. Oh, I was having.
I don't think fans are cheering Cope because they
were chanting it. They were.
No, I'm saying
that's a goof.
No, they're chanting. I'm saying I don't think they're chanting it because they're fans of the name. I think they're chanting it because they feel sympathy for Edge and they want him to do well in his career. So they're like, okay, I mean,
let me tell you, and let me tell these people, if that's true and they're not doing it as a goof, you need to stop because it's coming off like it's a goof and you're not helping. Okay. It's actually funnier when the crowd goes, Cope.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I just think it's more like we need something to chant. We want to cheer for the guy. We need something to chant, so let's just chant Cope.
It's just like when, like the beginning of the show, when we're like trying to pump ourselves up and get these subscribers and get these retweets going out here and everybody on YouTube, because I need the watch hours. In the meantime, instead of having just like a chat, the chat's just going Cope, Cope, Cope. Imagine that's my name. That's messing with me. And it's going to mess with Adam Copeland, because I refuse to call him Cope. I'll let you guys
call
do
him
it.
Cope too. He will always be Edge to me personally.
Yep, Edgehead for life. Well, not really. I'm a peep for life. I'm not even a huge Edge fan like that. But
I was always a peep. I always was Christian first. No offense to Edge. Edge was great, but I was always a Christian. I was always a peep first. Yep. Christian, Christian was always the better guy.
You're so professional. You said you were going to be professional. Now you're burping. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Biggest podcast in the world, by the way, everybody. In the universe, in the multiverse, not even the universe. Yep, we skip right over that. One more thing. I still haven't hit on it, but Punk and Rollins, okay? Let's look at Punk and Rollins while
let's talk Punk and Rollins. This is the match that I'm very interested. Like, I'm excited to see.
Punk and Rollins on my screen. Any day now. Where's my producer? Did I delete it? Is it just gone now? How come I can never find the one thing I'm looking? Oh, there it is. Punk and Rollins. So what's the over-under, everybody, on CM Punk getting hurt? I'm going to set it right now. The over-under is, it's 50-50. So there you go. Put your money where you think. My money, of course, is CM Punk's getting hurt tonight, because look at what Seth Rollins has done to people the like of Sting in the past, right? Remember the buckle bombs? I expect at least a dozen buckle bombs for CM Punk tonight. Yep. He's serious.
I mean, right now, Rollins has a lot to lose. He has a lot to lose.
He could lose the man tonight to CM Punk, and then CM
if
Punk
he loses to CM Punk, I think if Rollins loses to CM Punk,
lose the baby.
This story, this could cause Rollins to really snap and turn full heel.
Which is time. It's time. We got nasty.
Not that he's not kind of heelish now. I still feel like he's kind of heelish now. As far as him and Punk, I think Rollins is more of it's back and forth, but Rollins is a little bit bad guy in this situation too. Because remember, Rollins caused all of this, even with the bloodline. He was the one who broke the Shield up. He did. He broke the Shield up and then played the victim.
It's time. We need a bad guy, Seth Rollins, back again. Of course, he looks like a bad guy. He sounds like a bad guy. Same thing as Kevin Owens. Said it forever. Kevin Owens is finally back to being full Karen Owens, being a total douche. Love it. Keep that up. And he could win tonight because of it. Because everybody's kind of sick of Cody Rhodes,
Yeah. I wouldn't say everybody's sick. I mean, he still gets a pop when he comes out. But
it's dipping.
I'm just getting there. I mean, the guy has to defend his title more. That's all. I just want the guy to defend his title more.
Well, how about this one? We got Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley tonight, folks. I know many of the children have been looking forward to this one. Rhea Ripley's finally going to get her comeuppance tonight, right, Reezy? Or is she going to retain? Because this is a last woman standing match. This is fucking huge. You still with me, Reezy?
I'm still with you.
You liking this? You just staring at this picture?
I think Rhea Ripley is going to murder Liv Morgan.
Wow, so now 2 people are dying tonight.
Yes, she's going to die.
Oh, man. I hope they got a bunch of
Liv knows this. Liv knows this. Liv has been hiding from Rhea Ripley. She's been hiding right behind Raquel, and I don't think Raquel is going to be able to save her this time.
My God. That's a pretty hot take. I think Raquel will get involved, of course.
Oh, she definitely will. She
You know what?
definitely.
Why doesn't Carlito come out there and help a sister out? She is in your gang, Carlito. You're stronger than Rhea Ripley, aren't you? Why don't you go out there, spit some apples in her face, give her a body slam or whatever? You're a man. You should be able to do it. I already challenged every woman in WWE to wrestle me in NXT. I just want to make sure
Carlito needs to do something.
I will wrestle all of you the same way, and I'll win. It's like if she was in my gang, I'm gonna help her win this match. Why would it just have to be Raquel or Gonzalez or Rodriguez, whatever she's called, whatever Mexican name she has right now?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. I'll take her on too, 1-on-1. I'm not taking on any 2-on-1s or 3-on-1s, Reezy. Just so everybody knows. Mm-hmm.
No, Carlito needs to do something. Carlito has been one of the biggest problems in the Judgment Day. He does nothing.
Well, I didn't mean it like I'm goofing around, or am
I know you goofing around.
No, you're taking it and you're running analysis on it now. This doesn't need to be analyzed. I'm just saying I put that out there. WrestleMania, Triple H, if you need me to be in like a women's match, so I will be the new champ. Just give me any one of their belts.
I've been looking for Hornswoggle for a long time. Him and El Torito.
I saw him the other night. I think he JBL went into a smaller promotion, and I believe Hornswoggle was there, and JBL kicked him around again.
Sounds like JBL.
Yeah, JBL is cool. Of
JBL
course,
is awesome.
As I told you before, I missed a big part of that era. It was weird seeing the John Bradshaw Layfield I knew, or just Bradshaw, what he was called back in my day. It was weird seeing him all shaved and with a cowboy hat and all that. But
it was very weird for all of us. But it grew on us with the storylines he was in with Eddie Guerrero and John
the show's coming on soon. So let's talk about this main event here. I think we might have already. So we got Solo and Reigns tonight, tribal combat. This is coming down to who gets to wear that necklace and who gets the rights to Paul Heyman. And on a side note, I've broken many of the Paul Heymans, if you know what I mean, Reezy. See what I mean? Anyway, but in this match, of course, we're both Solo guys. He's the tribal chief. He's been the tribal chief for months. So I think Solo Sikoa for life, bro, right?
Solo for life, man. This podcast acknowledges Solo Sikoa, so we can confirm that.
It is. It was once a Roman Reigns. We took a poll. The poll actually turned out to be 51% to 49%. If we were going to be Roman Reigns haters or the lovers, and the 51% said we had to be lovers, and ever since we've been pro Roman Reigns, and then he went on this incline, and then everybody else accepted him as the tribal chief, but then he lost it and he went away. He lost to Cody Rhodes. How can you be the tribal chief when you lose to Cody Rhodes? How can you be Gunther, right? And the best to us people out here, and he loses to Cody Rhodes? That just screwed everything up. Cody Rhodes is screwing a lot of things up. Neither here nor there. But Roman Reigns, you were the top guy. It looks like we've officially made it Solo Sikoa show. Thank you, Reezy. Good job tonight. You killed it as usual. We're going to kill it again tomorrow night. Danny Damage on 7 p.m. I'll be back.
On tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I'll be on Thursday with Jay Leto, PWP. Haven't talked to him in several years. Yep, we're doing it big, nasty.
Jay Leto's a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
And
but I'll be on tomorrow, man.
Yeah, cool. I'll have you on with Danny. Go get my album. It's one of the hottest things out. Go watch Raw tonight. Subscribe, like, retweet, hit all the buttons. And we would love to see you guys all back. All the people in the chat, all the people watching at home on their devices, get subscribing, get your notifications, and we will go talk to you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. as usual. Thanks again, Reezy. Talk to everybody later. Let's go watch this long-ass Monday Night Raw. Bye.
Titillate the juices.
Oh, where's my tunes? It's not playing my song. Hold on, let's try this again. Bye, everybody.
Titillate the juices.
It's still not playing it. Anyway, there should be a song going here. It's gone, and we'll talk to you later.